So undercover cars in ERLC are quite a big feature of the game, and it can be quite confusing to know which accessories and which different modifications you should do on an undercover vehicle to make it obviously the most undercover, which is why in this video I'm going to be going through the top 5 best vehicles to become the most undercover that you possibly can in ERLC. So if you do enjoy this video, please make sure you drop a like and also subscribe. Make sure you check out everything else from the description as well, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of vehicles here that can be, made undercover. I believe all of them can except the SWAT truck and the mobile command center. We're going to start off with the 2020 Falcon Interceptor utility. So you need to be ranked lieutenant to get this one. It's not too hard to get, and it's a very good overall car as well, so having this undercover is also pretty good. This isn't the best of all the undercover vehicles though, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But what you want to do to make this one the most undercover is first you want to have visor lights, then you want to have no rear lights for the rear light options, then you want to have dash light and side window light. I do recommend removing the plate lights because you can see them, so it will make you even more undercover. And obviously remove the push bar, put on an unmarked plate, put on some wheel covers, remove the spotlight and remove the ALPR, and then you have a very undercover looking vehicle. Obviously if you get the texture undercover as well. There's no point doing this if you keep the River City Police livery on it. But as you can see, this car is very undercover. Then if we go back, go to car colour, you can choose like a nice white or a grey or something. I do recommend choosing like a blue because this looks like a very good civilian car. However, the only problem about this vehicle specifically is that this vehicle is not on the civilian team. So one thing that you should note for doing all these little undercover cars, I do recommend that you should also remove the antenna. By the way, I haven't done that, but I do recommend using a car that is actually on the civilian team. So this car I don't think is actually on the civilian team. I know there's an older version of it, but I don't think the 2020 one actually is. So I recommend that you use a car that is on the civilian team, because that way civilians will actually think that you could actually be a civilian, whereas if you're using an unmarked police car that is only on the police team, then there's no way that you can be a civilian, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this car overall is really good though. I do like it. Next we'll move on to the Bullhorn Prancer Pursuit, the Dodge Charger. Everyone has this one pretty much. It's officer rank, it's very fast. It's probably like the best police car of them all, to be honest. So you want to go, obviously put on the dash lights, obviously put on the visor lights. You can put on the dash lights as well if you want, by the way. I'd recommend having no rear light options. I'd recommend removing all of these lights as well so it's not obvious. Unmarked plate, wheel cover. I recommend you remove the push bar. It doesn't matter about fog lights, you can have them on or off. And obviously remove the spotlight as well. Then make the texture undercover, and as you can see, this looks very nice. Now if you don't want to have the wheel covers on, then you don't have to, because the wheel covers on this one, they do not look like civilian wheel covers, to be honest, but they are still pretty cool. So yeah, then if you go back, then go to car color and then choose like a red, for example, on this one. This one definitely looks like a civilian car, and obviously this car is on the civilian team, so this one is going to be very good. I'm not sure why it spawned in black and not red, but either way, this looks like a civilian car, and it's very good in my opinion. So yeah, this car really good, very nice undercover as you can see. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one we're going to use is the Bullhorn Prancer Pursuit wide body. Now this car is probably the best undercover vehicle you can get. So again, visor lights, no rear window lights, remove all of these other lights as well, then wheel covers, unlock plate, no push bar, no spotlight, and then undercover texture. And as you can see, this one really does look like a civilian car. Like there is no way to really tell this is a police car except from the little plate at the back. Even though we have unmarked plate, there we go, turn on unmarked plate, then you won't even have that, I don't think. So if we go and get like this in that, to be honest I think a black works for this one. Let's leave this one on black. Let's come on and spawn this in. Here we go, there we go, we've got an unmarked plate as well, and you can see this literally just looks like a civilian car. There is no way you can mistake this to not be there's no way you can notice this is a police car. Like there is no things that you can see that will tell you this is a police car. This literally looks like a civilian car. This car is really good, and as you can see, like I've said already, it's very undercover, and then you just turn on your lights and bang, you're a police car. The only lights you do have are these two at the front, so it's not the best, but honestly the blue and red just with them at the front makes this thing look very, very like stealth, and it's very, very cool, I must say so myself. But yeah, let's move on to the fourth one, which is the BKM Munich. So this is more of a UK based one, or based vehicle. You have to buy this one, and as you can see, mine's already very unmarked. So we'll go team accessories, visor lights, none of this, get rid of all of these, put on the wheel covers, unmarked plate as well obviously. Make sure all of your antennas and stuff are off, and there you go. As you can see, this car is very, very nice. Let's spawn this in and have a look at this one. So this is the red BKM Munich, and this car is extremely undercover. As you can see, I very, very much like this car as well. Obviously, I think that's just because I'm from the UK, and the BMW X5, which is this car, is used a lot around here, and obviously it's great for police roleplay. And yeah, I do really, really like it. Turn on the lights again. We don't have many lights except the blue and red ones flashing at the front here, but it is pretty cool either way. So that was very, very quick, but a very, very nice car. And then the final one we've got is the Chevron Platoro PPV, which is just this one here. So it's Lieutenant, and obviously this matches the pickup trucks. So if we spawn this in here, you can see again mine is already unmarked for the most part. So visor lights, once again, make sure you have none of these. I'm going to remove the side window lights, even though you can keep them on and it makes no difference. I just recommend removing as many lights as you can, just to make yourself that little bit more undercover. Wheel covers on, obviously undercover texture, remove all your antennas, and you are good to go. Make sure you've got a marked plate on as well. There we go. Exit the garage. We'll just spawn a white one in for this one. Spawn it in, and all of these cars that I've showed, like the last few ones, have been on the civilian team as well, so they do look very, very undercover. You can see this one also looks extremely undercover, but when we turn the lights on, you can see it isn't as undercover as you would think. So there we go. That is the top 5 best undercover vehicles for ERLC. If you did enjoy, please make sure you drop a like and also subscribe. Make sure you check out all of my social medias from the link in the description. AmazePlays YT on TikTok, AmazePlays_ on Instagram and Twitter, and join my Discord server at discord.gg/amaze. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye! Or how this happened.